Okay, that should be good. I'm gonna go to my Xcali draw. And as I told you guys, I have my operating system. So this is my OS. The operating system differ depending if you are using Mac or Linux or Windows, because we have different operating system. There is something surrounded by the operating system, and this guy here, we call it shell. So it's called shell. Of course, as I told you, we have different type of shell. The most popular by far is called bash. And if you are on Windows, you need to install get bash. If you install get bash, that means you already have this shell, which will allow you to use the same command. If you are on Mac, if you are on guys,
Guys, can you please mute yourself?
if you are on Mac or Linux, you already have bash by default, so it will be okay. Fine. Now this shell here, how can I access this shell? So what this shell is doing here, whenever I have a command and I ask the shell, okay, this is a specific command, the shell is going to take this command, forward it to the operating system, then the operating system give you a result, it will take the result and it will try to show it on the terminal. Okay, so that's my terminal, as you can see. If I want to check which shell I have, of course I have both of them, so I have bash, and if I say bash dash dash version, it will give me the version of the bash I have, which is 5.2. Okay. Also, I have another shell, ZSH, which I use it a lot. Also, it's version 5.9. So it's just two different shell, but mostly they are doing, the difference is only graphical. It's just some colors, that's it. We study a few commands. I'm gonna repeat this command. So the first command, can you anyone remind me what was the first command? PWD, which stands for print working directory. So if I click on this one, as you can see, it's telling me you are inside the users and you are inside SAM. Of course, if I want to see what is inside SAM, I can just do ls, that means list. It will list everything inside the user SAM, as you can see. And now here, if I want to go inside a specific directory or folder, it's the same. If I want to go inside desktop, just cd desktop, as you can see. Voila, now I'm inside desktop. So and now I can go inside any folder I want to. If I want to see what inside desktop, I can just do ls. So I have Mac, as you can see. If I want to go back, so now currently I am inside the desktop, but I want to go to the home, which is tilde here. All I have to do just cd space dot dot, and dot dot, it will take me up one directory. That should be simple so far. If I want to create a file, what is the command to create a file? What is the command to create a file? Touch. So touch. And I can create app.g. I'm not going to execute it because I don't want to create a file here. But as you can see, touch command, we use it to create files, not folders, files. Actually, maybe I can go inside my VS Code. It will be better just to show you practically. So I'm going to open my, where is it? My test. I'm going to hello. I'm going to do this one, and voila. I'm going to open my terminal from here. There is no difference between the terminal in VS Code or the other terminals. They are the same. If I want to delete image folder, what is the command to delete a folder? rm minus. So I need to use the flag -r, because if I don't use -r, it will not be able to delete a folder. It's a folder, it's not a file. No such a command. So let's just try rm -r, and here you can just say no /img. Yeah, actually remove. Let's try to use this one, and I can just use img. Well, as you can see, it's been, actually it's not been removed. Why? I am inside main, because I am inside main, yes. So remove no, just remove directory. Let's try img. It's telling me img, no such a file or folder. Let's do ls. And in else, the reason why, because I am inside image, as you can see. So I am inside the folder itself, and it look inside the folder, it cannot find a folder which is called img. So what I need to do, I need to say cd dot dot go out, And now if I do ls, now I can see the folder image, and now I can use rm minus r img, and voila, now it's been deleted, as you can see. Voila. If I want to delete any file, it's the same idea, just rm for remove, and I can, for example, do app.gs, and it's been removed, as you can see. If I want to create it again, just touch. That should be fine. Well, that's simply like that. There is another command. I don't think you have it on your terminal, but I can type date, and date here, it will give me the date here. Time, it will give me some information about the shell, the CPU, and stuff like that. I can type, there is a lot of command. So there is a lot of command. Actually, there is a programming language which mostly we use it for the shell. It's called bash scripting. Bash scripting could have a function. It could operate just like JavaScript, but you don't need to learn everything. You just need to learn the basic simple command just to navigate through your navigate through your files. What was the other thing we need to see? So that's simply CLI. I forgot to mention cat. So let me just type here log hello world. And if I want to show the content of any file, I can use just cat and the name of the file, which will be app.js. And here, as you can see, cat show me the content of this file.
Um, um, cat, I use all the commands, but only cat is not working for me. I don't know why.
I'm sorry?
When I put cat, it's not giving me nothing. It's not working.
What operating system you are using? Yeah, because again, you are using get bash. If you put the command inside get bash, it should work. But if you are using the PowerShell, I don't know because I never use Windows. So the command are a little bit different. Sorry? You can Google what is the equivalent for cat in Windows, and it should give you the command. Because I never use Windows actually, so well. Anyway, we've seen the command line, we've seen get and get. So let's go to get a little bit. As you know, whenever I create a repo and I clone the repo, get automatically track my changes. So whenever, as you can see here, I am in the branch main, and I have 6 changes, as you can see. If I click on that, it will show me all my changes. Of course, it depends on you. If you are happy with these changes, now you can add your changes. So let me try to add my changes. I can just say get add. At first, I can just say get status to see what's the changes. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different files being modified. We have something called .ds underscore store. That's just Mac creating this file. You should never include this file in your GitHub. You should ignore it. So what I can see, I can just say get add, and instead of writing the name of all files, I can just use dot. But you need to be careful with this command because dot mean everything. That's not always a good idea to use. So if you have something specific, you want to add only your changes, it's a good idea to add the name of the file. But if you are sure that all the change you make, they are your change, then you can use just get add space dot, and dot mean everything, add everything. If I say get status now, see everything now is green. Voila. After I add my changes, I need to commit my changes. Can anyone tell me why do I need to commit my changes? I'm sorry? To make a log. So get use this command here or this commit here if I want to go back in time to previous version. So it's quite important all the time when you add your changes, you need to commit your changes. Get needs this commit. Why? Because at some point, if I want to go back to previous version or the version after that, Get will use this commit in order to go back in time. Okay? That should be okay. You all finish the first project, guys, or not? No? So let me explain the first project again. What you need to do first, you need to go to your class repo here. Click. In your class repo, you need to go home. All the time, make sure you are inside your organization home. And in here, you need to create a deliverable issue. What is a deliverable issue? A deliverable issue means that this issue, it's for a project you need to do. For example, here, if I go here, I don't have any deliverable. Where is deliverable? This is deliverable, for example. If I click on this one here, as you can see, you should add your name, colon, the name of the module, which is workflow, and then the name of your project, which is student bio. And of course, you have a list here, you already pasted, that's fine. All the time, deliverable issue, we added to a project board called deliverable. Check-in issue, we never add them to project board. And you need to add this label deliverable individual because you are working alone. If it's a group, you need to add a group label. And yeah, what week we are in, it's week 1, simply like that. That should be okay. Catherine, so it will be check-in individual week 1 because we could have multiple weeks. Yeah, but it's fine, it's okay. Antoine, Victoria, that should be fine. So after we create our deliverable issue, and I show you how to create it. So if I go to my deliverable issue, which is this one, I just need to assign it to myself, add this label, add it to project board, add the milestone, and paste this list here. After I did so, now what I need to do, I need to go to my home repo. So where is my home repo? That's my home repo. And then I need to clone this home repo. So how can I clone it? I will click on this one. Voila. And then all I have to do, I can go to the place I want to clone. In my example, I want to clone it inside test. And in order to do so, I want to delete. I already have one. I cloned it yesterday, so I'm going to delete it. Voila. And now here I can just say get clone to clone the repo. Voila. And I have home. Please be careful. All the time you need to be inside your repo. Here currently I am not inside my repo. I'm inside test, and I can see the name here, test. So all the time when you are working on your repo, you need to go inside your repo, because if you run any command here, for example npm install, it will give me an error. Why? Because I don't have any package.json here. I am not inside home. I am inside test folder. So what I need to do, I need just to go to file, open folder, and then I make sure 100% I am inside home, like that. Now when I'm sure that I am inside my repo, or I can just type pwd as well, and I'm sure now I am inside home. After I'm sure I'm inside home, now I can say, and I need to check, do I have package.json or not? Do I have package.json or not? I have. So in order to do so, I need to say npm I or install. If I have package.json and I type npm install, npm, it will go to package.json, and then it will check all the dependency and the dev dependency, and then it will install all of them automatically. If I have package.json, if I don't have package.json, it will give me an error. Why? Because I cannot install anything. First, I need to create package.json, then I can install any package I want to. Yes? Good. So now I just need to install this dependency, npm install, and everything is being installed. How could I know? Well, I have my library, as you can see, node underscore module. And if I go through them, I can see some of these library, actually, chalk. You will notice that there is some library there you did not install. Why? So why do we have them? For example, crypto, I did not install crypto. Why do I have a crypto here? So the question again, if you go to node module, you find that there's a lot of library, much more than, I mean, here my library, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I have like maybe over 15 library. Why did this library install? Any idea? Again? Okay. Another answer. Why do you think all these libraries being installed? because there is something in node packages. Sometimes one package depend on other packages. For example, if I go to ls lint, this package also depend on another package, so maybe 5 or 10 other packages. So when I install this package, it will install also the libraries that depend on this library. Is the idea clear? So also this library sometimes need another library to function, to work. And that's the reason why if I go to node underscore module, I will find much more than I installed. Here I have 5, and there maybe I could have up to 100 or 200 depending. Because each library of those also depend on another library. And if I don't have this library, it will not work. Because specific C-spell, for example, let's say it depends on prettier. If I don't have prettier, C-spell cannot work. So that's the reason why it install all the other dependency depending on it. That should be okay. So after I clone my repo, I install all the dependency. Now I need to create a branch. I did not explain a lot branch before. So branching is very important in Git. So let me go here. And let me try to delete this one, and let's try to understand branching. Whenever you create any repo, you will have by default one branch. What is called? Main. If the repo is old, it may called master, but I mean, they are the same, just different name. So whenever I create a repo, by default, I have one branch called main. Now, my question for you, why I just don't work on main? Why should I create another branches? So why I cannot just work on main? Why should I create different branches? Each time I am working on in one feature, I need to create a different branch. Why? Mhm.
You can just use the one you create to load it to the next file.
Okay. Any other answer? Why? Why do I need to create a different branch each time?
Features they select
Good.
branches and then it's okay, they can merge it to the main.
Are the branches connected? So if I change something on one branch, it will affect the second branch? Oh, that's great. So branches are separated. When I create a branch from main, first, let's say this is B1, it will copy everything on main. Everything on main, it will make a copy of it. But after that, of course, I will add more code to B1. Now, when I change B1 branch, the other branch will not change because they are not related. Well, of course, when I create a branch, it will make a copy first, but after that, I will add my code, I will change some stuff. When I change anything on any branch, it will not affect the other branches. And from that, you can see the advantages. Why? Because if I make a mistake on branch 1, I will not affect branch 2. I will not affect branch 3. I will not affect branch 4. So as you can see, the branches here is just a way, it's a place, let's say, it's a place so you can work, you can add your code, and it will not affect the original code. Why? Because at some point, maybe you have a bug and you cannot fix it. Maybe the future you are developing, you are not able to develop it. We never know. And in this case here, you will not affect your original code. That means your code is still working. It's just what you build in this branch is not working anymore. So you can just simply, if you want, you can delete the branch. Voila, just remove it. Simply like that. Is the idea of branching is clear? Branching is super important. Every time you should never ever work on main. Never. All the time, when you have a repo, you should create your own branch. So the branch is your own space. You can do whatever you want it. After that, if everything is okay, you can push it to GitHub and make a pull request, just like we did yesterday. And when you make a pull request, if your colleague or the reviewer is happy with your code, he can just merge it to the main on GitHub. That's fine. If he's not happy, you just say, for example, no, this feature is not good enough, or you can add more code or stuff like that. Is the idea clear? Okay, so let's go here. And now I'm gonna create a branch. How can I create a branch? What is the command? Yeah, so I can just say get branch I can do it in 2 step or 1 step. Okay, first I can create a branch, then I can move to the branch, or I can create the branch and move it at the same time. Both of them work. But what I'm going to do here, first I'm going to create a branch. So get branch, and then I need to give this branch a name. So let's give it, for example, B1. Of course, something very important. The name of the branch should be descriptive. What do I mean by that? For example, if I am working on the title of the website, I should name my branch title. It doesn't make sense to name it S1 or S2 or stuff like that. That's really bad naming. Okay, so let's say I will name it, for example, because I'm working on my bio, I can just say bio like that, or maybe I can just say Sam dash bio. It's okay like that. Well, now the branch is created. How could I know that my branch is created? Well, I can just say get branch again without any name, just get branch. And as you can see now, I have two branches. Main, I have asterisk, that means currently I am on main, and then Sam bio. What do I want to do now? I want to go to my branch. So I can just say get, check out, and the name of the branch was Sam dash, it was Sam dash bio. Okay. And now, as you can see here, I am on my own branch. After I am inside my own branch, now I can do whatever I want to. But for you, what you need to do, you need to go to student bio, and then you need to create a new file. And remember, the name of the file must be exactly like your GitHub username, even the uppercase or the lowercase. So mine is sam00.md. It must be exactly the same. After I create this file, which will be a markdown. Yeah. Okay. After I create a markdown file, then I can write some information about myself. Of course, it will be description for you, or it will be your bio, so you can add some information about yourself. After I add all the information, if I have an image, I can add it here. And then after everything is okay, I can go to package.json and I need to run some script. Those Arsan, you are not muted, Arsan. Anyway, I need to run all these 5 scripts. Why? Because these 5 scripts will make sure that the code I wrote is good enough. I will not use the 3 update here. That's not for you. In order to run any script, what is the command? npm run, and here's the name of the command, format. You need to be careful here because the name of the script must be exactly the same. I cannot just say npm run format space check. Why? Because I don't have format space check. It doesn't work this way. If I try to do it, it will. What I'm doing here? No, I've format check. So we have an error actually. You cannot do this one actually. What you need to do here, you need to exactly use the same name here. So I just can copy it, for example, and then I can just say npm run spell check, for example. Voila. And now it's working. After I run all these commands, yes.
Does it change something or it shows if it's something wrong?
No, it will show you. So the format, if your code is not formatted, it will try to format your code. So that's first format. Format check, it will check the format if you have any, for example, extra space and stuff like that. It shows you the error. So if you have any error in the format, it will show you. Now the first one, the format, it will format your code. Automatically, it will format your code. The second one, format check, it will now try to check it. So if you have anything not formatted, it will show you this is the error here. This code is not formatted. This code has some space like that. Spell check, it will only check if the word is belong to English. So if here it's, for example, if I type some word which is not in English, it will just not understand it. Lent ls and let md, both of those for md files, I will try to make sure that the name of the file is correct, simply like that. After you are happy with everything, let's say, now you need to push your code. But how can I push my code? Well, it's quite simple. I can just say get status. I've changed one list, for example. I can just say get add, and remember to add only your changes. Sometimes you have a lot of changes. Now here you need to add only your changes. So you can copy this one and I don't need dot. I want this one. And again, let's check it. Now, after I add it, I need to commit it. When I commit, my message must be very descriptive, add, sums, bio, and so on. After I'm happy with that, I can push it, get push. Voila. Now, when I try to get push, Git is very smart. It will try to help me. It will tell me you don't have this branch on GitHub. So if you want to create it, please use this command. So I can just copy this command, paste it here. Voila. And as you can see, now if I go to my GitHub, which is this one, and now as you can see, some bio has made some changes. Now I need to make a pull request. So I need to somehow tell my colleagues that I have some code, I want to merge it to the main. Notice the merge here is not happen on my own local machine, it happened on GitHub. In order to do so, I need to say compare and pull request. And here I need to add some, what did I do? So you need to mention everything you did. First, I clone the home repo. Then what I did npm install to install all the dependency. Then I create a new branch. Make it in the present time. Do not make it in the past. Don't say I created or something. Now just create. Okay. So create a new branch. What was the name of my branch? It was sam dash bio. And then after that, what did I do? After I create my branch, I check out my branch. Check out my branch. Then I created a new file. Create a new file. What was the name of the file? Well, the name of the file was sam00.md. Then what did I do after that? Well, I add my info. Then I run all code quality check. This script, we call them code quality check. Then after that, what did I do? Well, I add my changes. What did I do after that? After I add my changes, what did I do? Commit my changes, then push my changes, then create a PR. PR means pull request, which is what we are doing currently. PR. After I've done all of that, I've added all the steps. Now I need to add a reviewer. Of course, when I create the pull request, I cannot assign myself to review. It doesn't make sense because when you write code, you want other colleague to review your code. So here I can just make anyone to review my code, but it cannot be me. So let me just choose, for example, Antoine. Then after that, I need to assign it to myself. So I can just say assign to myself. What is the label? What did I do in this file? What was the language I used? Markdown. So I can just say MD. Voila. If it's JavaScript, I can just add GS and stuff like that. I will never add a pull request to the project board. I will never add a milestone. So for PR, for pull request, we never use these two. And now if I say, voila, create a pull request. And now here, as you can see, it will tell me everything is okay. So it will tell me, Arsan need to review my pull request, and after that he can merge it. Don't do it, just to show you. After that here, of course, I need to come this one. I need to check all this stuff because if I did not check it, that means I did not do it. Simply that's your project. Is it okay? For those who finished, you can do this another project, and this project here. So if you did not finish this project, please start working on this project. But if you finished, you can do another project, and this project, it will be GitHub profile. So what is GitHub profile? It's very similar to what you have done in the first project. So let me click on that. Let me go to home. Let me go to workflow. And if I go to lesson plan and I click on this one, so as you can see, we have GitHub profile. If I click on this one, you will have the same, as you can see. So you need to create a new deliverable issue. I told you the deliverable issue is depending on the project. Each time you want to build a project, you need to create a deliverable issue. So you need to create a deliverable issue, and the name of the project, it will be GitHub profile. You need to add these labels and you need to add these stuff here, these different lists, copy paste, just like you did before. But what is this GitHub profile? Well, GitHub profile. Now, if you go to my GitHub profile, notice I have some stuff here. So I have some information here, as you can see. That's what we call GitHub profile. So GitHub profile, if you go to your GitHub account, you will have just an MD file which includes some information. So that's what we call GitHub profile. Your GitHub profile must be very, very nice. Try to make it as nice as possible, because when people come to your GitHub, they're expecting something nice. If they find something not nice, they will not even bother to call you for a job or something like that. Okay. So how can I create this GitHub profile? Well, first you need to create a repo, but this repo, it will have a very special name. The repo name, of course, it need to be on your GitHub account. Okay, you need to create this repo on your GitHub account, and the name of the repo must be exactly like your GitHub username. So as you can see, my GitHub username is this name here, Sam Mustafa, or MO00, and here, as you can see, I have a repo with the same name exactly, and it must be exactly the same. Now, if I click on this repo, as you can see, I only have readme.md, and inside this readme.md, I've added all my information here, as you can see. And if I do so and I push my code, it will automatically, when I go to my GitHub, it will automatically show it here. That's the reason why we name it GitHub profile. Is the idea clear? So to do GitHub profile, step 1, you need to create a GitHub repo. This GitHub repo need to be on your own account, on your own GitHub account. What will be the name of the repo? The same as GitHub username, and then after that you can create readme.md and you can add your information. You can only use you can use Markdown, and also you can use some tag in HTML. It will be allowed for you. As that's the second project. If you finish the first project, start with the second one, please. And yeah, so if you have any question, I'm here. If you don't have a question,
Get push.
get push. Let me show me. Yes. Yeah, you just change. What did you change? You changed this one and you add this image, right? You need to add these two changes. So get that. Get add space. Now you need to copy this name, space, copy this. Or you can type it. Yeah, just copy it. Paste it there. So you need to add these two changes only. Guys, remember, only add your changes. Only your changes. If you did not change something, do not add it to the staging area. Okay, try the second one. You add both of them, you get status. Okay, and now they must be in green. Now see, one of them in green and one of them is not in green. If you scroll up, that's mean. If it's in green, that means this one being added to the staging area, which is the image, but this not yet. So you need to say get add and again add this one. And after that, you need to check if both of them are green, that means they added to the staging area. Yes. What's the question? Okay. Now, when you create a new repo, now you need to clone it. But where are you going to clone it? So where are you going to clone this repo? No. Just give me a second. So first, go to the repo. Click. That's your repo, right? So we copy this guy. Voila. After that, you need to go to your VS Code. You cannot clone the repo inside the repo. That's not possible. So now, what I need to do, I need to go to another place. So I can just click on File. Let's go to Folder, for example. You should have folder for HYF-Future. Do you have a folder for HYF-Future? So let me click on HYF-Future. Yeah, I don't want to be inside. I want to go out. Could you go out? Yeah, just click on HYF-Future. Only click on HYF-Future. Yeah, just click. Don't open it. No, not open. Just click on it. Click and then select this one. Now, as you can see here, first, I have home repo. That's good. No. I don't have any work here. So now I can open my terminal and clone it here. Yes. Just get add. What is the name? Student. If you click on this one, see, it's automatically do it for you. And then after that, Muhammad, capital impact. Click and voila. Click and you get status again. So if you see here, here is a state status. And now here, if I go here, now both of them are green. Both of them has been added to the station. Yes. Let me try to make it visible. Close your VS Code. Open your terminal. Yes. Now, where are you? Can you type LS? Yeah. Can you type LS so we know what's there? Can you go to this? Go to HYF-Future folder. Where is HYF-Future folder? The desktop. On CD to desktop. Try CD to desktop. CD. It's not SD. It's CD. CD. Change directory. C. Not S. Desktop. Okay, now try ls. Enter. So what do you have? Do you find HYF-Future? Now go inside HYF-Future, CD HYF-Future. CD HYF-Future HYB. Enter. Now you are inside HYF-Future. Can you type now get clone? Get clone and space and then paste whatever you copy the URL. Paste it now. You copy the user's URL, right? Paste it here. Yes, paste it. It won't work this way. Right click, paste. And in no, see, you have some error. Now when you paste it, you did not paste it well. So you need to delete this one. You need to go to here. You need to delete this one. Now it should be good. Enter. And now it's cloning. So now you can open your VS Code. Open your VS Code. And now what we can do, you have HYF-Future. Inside HYF-Future, we have home. I want this one, right? Susanna. So I'm gonna open the folder. Where is HYF-Future? Go inside HYF-Future, please. Now click on Susanna, just click, don't open it, just click on it. Click and then select folder, yes. And now as you can see, now you are inside your repo, which include nothing. Now you can create a readme.md and add your file, yes.
How you open GitHub? I haven't done anything in GitHub.
Why not?
No, I haven't done it. It's new for me.
It's new for you,
Create a
but it's new for everyone. It's not just you. You just create
create.
repo. And then here you can now add same name as you, and just create a new repo with the same name. It will tell you that special repo. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
No,
No,
Yeah. it's not the same. See, it's telling you Nita is special repo, blah, blah, blah. Now scroll down, scroll down, and you can add repo. Now you have the repo. You need somehow now to clone this repo to your local machine, to your laptop. But how can you do that?
Locally.
Hmm?
Like to add?
No, you don't have to add everything. First, you need to make sure that you have a gig. So open your terminal, please. Could you open your terminal? Open your terminal.
It's like how to handle it.
Okay. Could you type, you are using Windows, could you go to Google, please?
Okay.
Google. Guys, you can help each other. If you have a question, you can ask each other.
Yeah.
Yes, type get bash.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask me the question 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 20 times, but don't ask me 100 times.
Get back comments.
Get enter.
Okay.
Scroll down, please. Get bash download, sorry. Get bash download. Just type get bash download. No, type again, get bash download.
Okay.
Not command, you type command. You
Yeah.
don't want command, you want download. Just one. Click on that. And you are using Windows, so click on 32-bit or 64, depending on your operating system. That should be installed, as you can see. I think I'm still recording, if I'm not mistaken. No, yes.